Hey there, creepy peeps! Welcome to another Weird Wednesday video. Today I'm doing a huge haul, kind of huge, decent sized haul. So I definitely have a few things from a lot of different places down here, like scattered around my feet and on my little like bench stool thingy that I used to keep things at a higher elevation. You guys didn't need to know that. So I thought I would share them with you, as they're all pretty much all 100% horror related items. I think there's like 2 or 3 not horror related items, but I figured I'll just show them anyway. I didn't even think about it. I wanted to show the ones Gory Bee Movies sent me, like I feel like 8 or 9 DVDs. I think she was kind of just like cleaning out her DVDs to replace with like ones that she replaced with Blu-rays or something like that. Anyway, she was kind enough to send me a lot of DVDs, but I got so excited when the package came that I opened it and everything. She wrote me a lovely note and they packaged it, like she put it in with the DVDs. But if you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably saw my Instagram story. I opened it and I was pulling them out like on my Instagram story so you guys could see. She sent me like The Eye, Return of the Living Dead, Martyrs, the original French version, a movie called The Halloween Girl, which sounded very intriguing. I've never heard of that one. And a few other ones that right now I think Cursed was one of them. Is that the name of it? And there's a few other ones that right now I can't remember. But of course, I'm sure you guys are all subscribed to Horror Addicts, but if for some strange, unfathomable reason you're not, I'll link their channel down below so you can follow them. And once again, Gory, if you're watching, thank you so much. That was lovely, lovely, lovely gift. And she covered the box, or at least like the label of the box, in Scooby stickers, which was kind of like the best part. I got a couple items from Butchavision, which you guys probably, again, if you follow me on Instagram, or Twitter, I think it directly posts to my Twitter and Facebook. Actually, if you follow me on anything, you probably saw this. I had previously bought the bitten version of the Sam Lollipop, and I think I mentioned it in that haul that I had a really tough time deciding between the bitten and the unbitten version. I think I mentioned at the time that they weren't so pricey that I couldn't see any reason why I couldn't get the unbitten one, so I just went and got the unbitten one because I couldn't fucking resist, okay? God. And then I got some pins. You guys, I'm purchasing pins now. I am a pinhead. That's what I'm gonna call myself now. I'm definitely a pinhead. And I didn't realize this relates to something actually I bought later at Target, and which you guys will see later, but I didn't actually think about it until just now. I got a Beavis and Butthead pin from Butchavision. Fucking love Beavis and Butthead. I don't even know what that laugh was. That was me trying to imitate Beavis and Butthead, and I can't right now. That and South Park and Daria, I think, are like the cartoons of my childhood. And probably definitely made me the person I am today, let's be honest. The next one I got was the Gore Horror pin. It's like one of my favorite hashtags on Instagram, Gore Horror. That was irrelevant information, but I loved it. I think this was, what do they call it, like the nickel brushed one. And then the next one I got was the 3-pin pack for the I Heart Horror. I don't know what the series is called, but it's like I Heart 60s Horror, I Heart 70s Horror, and I Heart 80s Horror. And I love that it looks like a Freddy Krueger skin, the heart. So of course I had to get those. I see these all the time on his Instagram, and I've just always wanted to get my hands on them, so finally did. And I think he's got more now. There's like an I Heart 50s Horror, I think now, and 40s and 30s, which that's pretty rad. Continuing on our like awesome fucking pin haul, I picked up 2 of the Rob Zombie pins from Cavity Colors. They have it's a 5-pin collection for Rob Zombie. I got 2 of them. First one is just the I think it's the Dracula one, but it's just Rob Zombie's face. There it is. Oh, it should say the name on it right here, should it? Maybe it doesn't say. But it's rad. I fucking love it. You guys know I'm just generally like a fan of Rob Zombie's. He's a pretty awesome person, I like him. And then the second one I got is one of the glowing ones, which there was no like there's no place right now like in my house that's getting direct sunlight, so I couldn't stick it in there. And then I'd have to turn off all the lights for you to see it glow. But the living dead girl riding on the tombstone lights up, like it glows in the dark, which is fucking rad. It says living dead girl, obviously, which is so cool. And it's obviously Sherry Moon Zombie. Cavity Colors is coming out with a Scream or a Ghostface inspired pin set, like a 5-pin set. I can imagine I'm gonna be buying all 5 of those, so I'm excited about that. I guess we'll continue with Cavity Colors. I have one more thing here, which is, oh, of course I got a sticker too in both of them. Goddamn. Of course I got like Cavity Color stickers, of course, which are always like included, and bookmarks, which I already took out and they're in books right now, so I can't really show those. I love that they send bookmarks though with their stuff. Oh, they sent both of them. Oh, okay. I think I did 2 separate orders, and I think he just put them in one. I don't remember ordering these at the same time, but the first one I got was the What We Do in the Shadows shirt, which if you haven't seen that movie, if you're a fan of like horror comedies, especially New Zealand horror comedies, What We Do in the Shadows is the movie for you. I had such a fun time watching this, like, and it has like, to me, it's just like, has like infinite rewatchability. Like, it's just funny every time. I think I saw it in like the perfect location too. I went to the Tampa Theater, which if you don't live in my neck of the woods, look it up. It's quite a cool theater. Of course it's haunted like all old theaters are. But it's a very, very old movie house, and that was the first place I watched it. That was the only place to watch it when it came out, but fucking loved it. It was such an awesome setting to watch it into. And then the next one I got is one of the Shockwaves t-shirts. I opted for the one with like the VHS design, the other one is just the Shockwaves logo, like a little bigger on the chest, which I'm now like, I think fairly solidly into podcasts now. So maybe I'll have to do a video on my favorite ones. I asked on Twitter a while ago for suggestions, and some of you guys gave me some awesome suggestions, Shockwaves being one of them. This is kind of a random one. I just kind of happened across it. It came up in my Google feed, I guess you would call it. You know, like, I don't know, I don't think iPhones have this. I'm not sure, I've never had an iPhone. But non-iPhones, like when you hit the Google search bar and like little things pop up, this came up as like something I might be interested in. It's from a store called Look Human, which I never heard of before, but they look like they have some like decently kind of cute, like quirky things. They're not like horror specific, but like they have a few things that would be cool. One thing I got was it's kind of like a pullover, like light-ish, like long sleeve shirt, sweater type thing that says Ghouls Rule, which I thought that was, it's very like simple. It's just, you know, like the writing, but I just thought that was cute. Maybe I'll wear it on Ghouls Night Out, which I will be on April 22nd. Shameless plug there. Go watch that. Okay. And then the last item of clothing I got, oh, there's a sticker in here. I didn't even see that before. Nice. The last thing I got was from Local Boogeyman, and it is one of the Rob Zombie, I guess they're doing like limited time only like Rob Zombie shirts. So I got one with Captain Spaulding on it, and I got like the distressed one. So it's like, it's very lightly distressed. It's not like crazy. It's like kind of like off-white too. I like it. So it seems like it's like an old tattered shirt, and it's just got Captain Spaulding's face on it. I thought that was quite cool. I got an oversized one. I thought that would go well. You guys don't care about that part. Okay, so randomly, me and my mom went shopping on Sunday. And Target always has like, not like the best, but kind of a decent, like, I forgot this candle was in here. Patchouli and smoked ashwood, if you guys care. You guys can't smell it, but it smells amazing. I forgot that was in there. I'm glad I didn't slam that bag down anywhere because that's a glass jar. They don't have like the best collection as far as like horror goes, but they do have them for cheap. A lot of times they have like the $5 section, the $10 section, the $15 section. And a lot of them are Blu-rays, so I think that's pretty cool. Not that I like particularly care if it's a Blu-ray or not, unless I like really love the movie. But I mean, I think it's like, if I can get a Blu-ray for $5, I think that's a pretty fun. If I can get a Blu-ray for $10, I feel like that's a good deal. So this one you guys won't care about, and I just pulled it out first, which we'll just get it out of the way. It's West Side Story. You guys definitely don't care about this. This is just like my favorite musical of all time. Have like a special connection to it because of my late grandfather. This was his favorite musical. So I just have a connection to it. It was the 50th anniversary edition, which I definitely, I own like a really old copy of this, definitely not Blu-ray. So this had like a shit ton of special features. So I just got it because I got hit with the feels a little bit when I saw it. So, and it was only like $7.50, so. Anyways, moving on. Next thing I got was Edward Scissorhands, which I don't own on Blu-ray. I only own this on regular DVD. So, and I love Tim Burton movies, so I think that one went really well. Well, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just gonna stop. Next thing is Young Frankenstein. Again, something that I've owned before, but not in Blu-ray, and I just thought it was in like the $5 section, so picked it up. Because why not? Again, another one. I feel like I'm kind of just like updating my I feel like I'm just kind of like updating my regular DVDs like I inadvertently did. They were all just so cheap. Like this was like $7.50 for Jaws on Blu-ray. So like, why the fuck not? I don't own it on Blu-ray. And then I got The Evil Dead, which I think I mentioned in my, like I briefly said in my favorites collection video. I couldn't remember where my original Evil Dead went. I think I loaned it to somebody. It wasn't a Blu-ray, so I mean, I'm not that upset about it not I wasn't that upset about it being gone because it wasn't a Blu-ray, and I saw this in like the $10 section, so I just picked up a new copy of it. And like I said, I didn't own it on Blu-ray before, so it was like a nice little upgrade. I don't know who has it, but I'm pretty sure I loaned it to somebody. Probably somebody at work. I don't know. Maybe they really liked it and then they didn't want to give it up. Next thing I got, which is like, this is like pretty much the only non-Blu-ray I got, was Lights Out. I liked it, just not like the Blu-ray was like the original like $20, which I liked Lights Out. I didn't like it enough to pay $20 for the Blu-ray. Everything else was in the sale section, which is why I got it. Speaking of, I got Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 1 on Blu-ray because duh. And then I got it just like an interesting, they had a lot of like triple features on movies, and I really liked this collection of Stanley Kubrick films that they had on triple feature Blu-ray. So we have 2001: A Space Odyssey, A Clockwork Orange, and The Shining. All very solid, probably his most famous films ever. And then like I said, here's the tie-in to the pin. I was leaving the DVD section and happened across the complete collection of Beavis and Butthead, which of course I had to pick up. I think it was only like $20 or something like that. Like, fuck yes. Last thing I guess I'll go through, I went to Barnes & Noble, of course, because when do I not stop at Barnes & Noble when I'm shopping? Like, let's be honest. Okay. So I got a few, I think they're all pretty much horror related books. Yeah, for the most part. Okay. So the first thing I got was, I just happened across it. This is how they get me, because it was on the bargain table as I was going to the checkout. It's called Black Cats and Evil Eyes, a book of old-fashioned superstitions, which I thought would be really interesting read. Like, it has stuff like saying bless you when somebody sneezes and parting on a bridge and things like that. Or like the evil eye, walking under ladders and stuff like that, like kind of like the origins of those superstitions. And like I said, it was on the bargain thing, and I just happened to pass by it, and my mom pointed it out as we were walking through, and I was like, well, it's only $7.98, let's buy it. It looked like it would be like a cute little read, and the cover was adorable. Next thing I got was another kind of anthology or like collection book, which is called Monsters Among Us, an exploration of otherworldly Bigfoots, Wolfmen, portals, phantoms, and odd phenomena, which I thought would be really cool. So again, it's like more like a collection. It says on here it has like firsthand testimony, like stories and folklore and things like that, which I thought would be really, I don't know why I was into like, I guess I'm like really into like folklore and superstition. I guess I'm really into like folklore and superstition right now. So I thought that would be like a fun little read. I love books like this too, because you don't have to like continue. It's not like a fiction book where if you put it down for too long, like for too many weeks, you have to reread it because you've forgotten everything. This, like, you can just like read a chapter or two, put it away while you read other things, and then come back to it and read more of it, because it's not all like interconnected, which I thought like those are always great books to have in your bookshelf for sure. Next thing I got was, I mostly picked this up. This is why I pick up like 60% of the books that I do, is the cover. If the cover is intriguing, it pulls me in, and then I read the back of it and like figure out what it's about and if I want to buy it. This one is called Slade House by David M. Mitchell, which is supposed to be like a it's kind of like they equate it to kind of like Shirley Jackson's Haunting of Hill House and The Shining. It's kind of like a pub that is kind of like Hotel California style, like you know, once you're in, you can't ever leave sort of thing. So that seemed like a cool, like, little mystery type book to read. And the cover art is just like beautiful. That's what drew me in the first place. That's what got me to read the back of it, and it just seemed interesting. And then the last thing I got, which this is quite a hefty book, so I don't know if I'll be able to finish it before the show starts. Probably not. Is American Gods by Neil Gaiman. He had a lot of books that I really wanted to buy and read, but I was just like one at a time. But yeah, this just seemed like an interesting read. It's supposed to be all about like how we're obsessed with like the media and stuff in terms of like gods and stuff. Like the gods have become angry because they're not worshipped. I can't talk today, because they're not worshipped anymore. I think my camera's about to cut out because it does have a timer on it. So yeah, so that was my like kind of huge haul. I feel like that was a lot of stuff I just went through. So as always, you can follow me on social media. All my links are down below if you want to follow me. I normally post stuff like this before the video comes up if you want to see like what I'm reading or watching and things like that. If you want to see what I'm watching more in depth, you can follow me on Letterboxd, which I'm on now. Again, link is down there. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye!